Hello, this video is what I think about what's the best way to heal the planet, heal the earth. Now, I think being environmentalist is a good way to do it. All the things you can do to be an environmentalist, because the earth physically is dying. But I think there's actually something that's even more important than being environmentalist. Even though the earth is dying, I think there's something that if we were to fix this other thing, then it would cause us to be able to be environmentalists more than if we were to just decide to be environmentalists. I think because, and when it comes down to it, it all comes down to money. If we had tons of money, then we would have the money to clean up the environment and, to pay farmers to not cut down the rainforest in Brazil, and stuff like this. And so what I think we should do the best thing we can do to heal the planet is by exposing bad practices in fucked up countries, in the axis of evil countries like Afghanistan and Iran and North Korea and half the countries in Africa. Sanctions are good, but sanctions make it easy for people to go, oh, imperialistic American government, because the way that people think in these screwy countries like Iran, or I'm not saying Iran is like Iraq when it was these terrorist people. One reason they think that they can say and get away with it, saying it to each other, that America sucks, is because we're being imperialist, because their idea of a country going in and controlling another country is purely out of lust for power and greed and everything. And sure, with America there's a great element to that. It's obvious if you just watch this movie called The High Cost of the Iraq War. Apparently we did go into Iraq. A large help that helped us get into Iraq in the first place was so that make rich people richer, with Halliburton charging $150 to do soldiers' laundry, even though they did a crappy job, and the soldiers didn't want to do their laundry, even though they weren't saving any of their own money, but they had to, because it made some kind of like they had power over the government to force soldiers to do their laundry so that Halliburton could get their money, and charge that much to do bad laundry. So this kind of thing, it's pretty clear that there's definitely an element to that. But so, it makes it easier for these people to get away with saying, evil, we hate America, you hate our American government, and all this stuff, even though sanctions are good, because it's our way of saying, it's not okay to do this kind of thing, stop it, and until you stop that, we're going to be giving you sanctions. What I think is superior to that is to us take control individually, and I haven't done this. This is kind of like my mission statement to do it, my motivation to myself to do this. We haven't done this, but what we should do as individuals, I think, is to do the best that we can to show people who live in those countries that we know what's going down and that we don't like it. For example, honor killings. Honor killing is something that is practiced in the Middle East. I don't know which countries, but I guess Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, these countries. I saw a video that somebody sent me. Princeton Philly sent it to me, of an honor killing, and there is a 17-year-old girl who was seen walking down the road with another guy, and she was a Sunni and he was a Shiite, and so her own family stoned her to death because they didn't like the Shiites. They thought they were better than them or something, and it was their way of enforcing that, and they thought that was important enough to do that. And like, I saw blood, tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of blood just all over the road, and with this girl laying in it, who you could tell she's just like a pretty young girl, and and all these people are watching, and so and nobody in the whole neighborhood did anything, because I guess it's just acceptable to do that. So then somebody filmed it and put it on YouTube, and I think that's beautiful. That's a good thing to do. But I think we should take it one step further and do it individually, and put these videos, even though they're nasty to watch, on your personal website, and then write a little blib below it. Look at these monkeys. Look what they're doing. And then so when somebody from one of those countries, who is maybe in one of those villages, or actually has an ability to speak up in that country, sees that video, they can see that we know about it and that we don't like it, and then they'll get embarrassed. And once these people, find out that everybody knows that they're doing that, and then they get embarrassed and they'll stop. That's the best way for them to do that. There's other countries too, like in Africa. I think it was, Nigeria or whatever, how they kidnap children between the ages of 8 and 16, brainwash them into turning into murdering machines, and throw them AK-47s and make them kill people, and starts child armies, and then until they just totally nuts, like that movie Blood Diamond. So if there's any videos on YouTube, and I'll go search for them about that, put that on your personal website, and then go, look at these barbarian monkey people. And then maybe even take it one step further and find individual people, make individual friends in these countries, and then email them the link to the video and go, hey, I'm not saying that you do this, but I know that you're in that country, and I saw this video, look at this video, what do you think about it, and maybe one of these people you send the video to is actually one of the people who was actually a perpetrator of it. And then they'll go, oh my God, that was me, And they'll go, oh my God, these people know about it. Oh shit. Well, and then they'll actually double take and think, well, maybe we shouldn't be doing this kind of stuff. And they do kind of stuff like that too in North Korea. Maybe they don't do it individually, but the government does all kinds of abductions and killing people and controlling, and if you're going to do that, like the Germans would say from World War II, would go, we couldn't do anything about those concentration camps because we were just people, and the Nazis would have killed us or whatever. And maybe it's the same way like that in North Korea, but at the end of the day, if you're going to perpetrate these crimes against humanity, you need people to do it. You need soldiers to do it, So I'm sorry, Germans, but there was something seriously wrong with the German people before World War II, because they had enough people, they could get enough people to actually run those concentration camps and collect those Jews. And, that could never happen in America, because American people wouldn't allow it. And you couldn't get the American people to go along with it, like you could get the German people. I don't want to piss German people off. I know German people are cool, but that's probably because all the German people died in World War II, and the only ones left over were the hippies. But that's and do a little bit of research about exactly what kind of crazy stuff some of these people in these countries do. They do genital mutilation on girls in Africa, and these are all stuff that's left over from bygone days, and maybe there was an original reason, but it's just crime against humanity. Also, China, all the control in China that they have, they don't allow people to speak their mind. Maybe if there's like some kind of documentary kind of showing that, you could actually email that to individual Chinese people, and even people high up in China, and then the Chinese people will, become angry with you for disagreeing with them for being such control freaks. But if you do that, they can't get angry with American government. They can go, oh, we hate the American government, not the American people. They'll have to start going, oh, we hate the American people because they don't allow us to perpetrate these crimes. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these videos up on my website and share them with the people from those countries. Okay, that's it.